McCabe Millon is the next great Virginia lacrosse attackman, and in his sophomore season in 2025, he'll look to take the reins from Connor Schellenberger to lead Virginia back to another Final Four. As a freshman, Millon's raw talent, but also the nuances of his game stood out. Here against Johns Hopkins, he runs a two-man game with face-off guy Thomas Colucci, and he explodes out of this dodge using the pick to get separation. But watch specifically as he gets to X here. He holds up, he delays, which forces his defender to get caught up on the goal and frees his hands to feet. He immediately identifies Jack Boyden and Boyden's defender on the backside here, and watch how Millon waits for, I think, number 12 here, Boyden's defender, to turn his head to look back to Boyden before feeding the ball to Jack as a way to ensure that the pass won't get intercepted. He waits for Boyden to put his stick up, and then it hits him for a nice quick finish on the inside there. Millon, this is Millon the distributor, right? He can create for himself, he can dodge to score, he can also dodge to feed his teammates. Again, here you see, watch how he has his eyes up the entire time. He's looking, he's surveying the field, he finds Boyden, waits for him to turn his head, hits him right on the money. This is McCabe Millon at his very best against Johns Hopkins in the quarterfinals, but he can also create for himself. He can also place the ball as a shooter unlike anybody else. Watch how Millon waits for his defender to tell him where he wants to go, essentially. Originally, this defender has his left foot forward. That would mean that Millon probably wants to attack his top foot and go to his right around the goal, but instead, his defender, as Millon goes to plant, flattens out his feet. Here, his left foot is forward, then he flattens out. Millon plants hard to his right and then explodes upfield left, denying the pick, but getting a step immediately, forcing his defender into a crosshold. And while he probably could have hit Boyden again on the crease, because this help defender is in no man's land, instead Millon hits this beautiful exclamation point or question mark where he sticks the ball right over Chase Erlin's left shoulder. He knows that Erlin is a righty goalie, so as he gets his hips turned and turns back towards the cage, he places the ball high in the upper right hand corner, where Erlin essentially has no shot of saving it. This is McCabe Millon as a creator for himself, right? He's athletic enough, but also smart enough to be able to create space in a two-man game by either using or denying the pick. And then once he gets around the goal, he's smart and he has all of the footwork down. He can make any move in the book, inside rolls, question marks, exclamation points. Now, here's the controversial goal. He takes a pass from Connor Schellenberger behind. You see him surveying the field. He's looking at Cormier, he's looking at Ryan Colsey here. Then he splits back to his left, and I want you to watch specifically the delay right here. He delays his dodge slightly to get his defender on his back and then explodes back out of it, is strong enough to take a little bit of a check, and then finishes on the crease. And you'll see it again right here on this replay. Just watch. He's so good at pausing. It's like in basketball coming off a pick and roll where guys can get, like Ty Jerome for Virginia, how a point guard can get a defender on his back and then create, right? He pauses right here and then explodes out of it. I believe that's Scott Smith. He gets Smith on his back, finishes on the doorstep. Maybe he was in the crease, maybe he wasn't. It wasn't called though. McCabe Millon is dialed in. He's a great lacrosse player in his prime for a big sophomore season. If Virginia is going to get back to the Final Four, like they have, I think, 4 of the last 5 years, it's going to be because Millon has another breakout season for the Hoos. Thank you all for coming along with me today to talk about McCabe and look ahead to his sophomore season. If you enjoyed this video, love it if you subscribe to the channel, like the video, maybe check out a couple of my UVA basketball film breakdowns. And until next time, I'll see you later.